excuse me if I cough, I'm a football How many people here has owned an animal that you really loved and cared about? And almost everyone has owned someone or an animal that they would try to do the best for. In some ways, like your way of caring for the animal might be different than someone else's. And if something happened to that animal, you would try to do your very best to get it back to healthy. Stock contractors and contestants care about the animals that are at the rodeo the same way that you would care about your dog. I grew up around rodeo and owned animals used in rodeos, and my view of the animals at the rodeo may be different than the people that are in the stands that think that they might be getting abused. And I think it's perfectly fine to an extent. I want to talk to you today about how the animals at the rodeos are cared for and not abused by going over the care required for the animals, the rules made just to protect the animals at the rodeos, and the training the animals go through to succeed at the rodeos the best that they can. I want to start with the care the animals need, even farther than just food and water, like a dog would have. They have specific feeds and even vitamins that you can give them that allows them to be healthy, just like you would take a vitamin in the morning so you can be the healthiest that you can be. And they're fed on specific times, like on some broke horses, you don't want to feed them randomly, like say you get hungry and you want to go to McDonald's. They can't have that. Like, you gotta feed them on specific times, and then they're the healthiest that they can be and compete the best that they can be. And it's the same way for all the bucking stock, like the horses and the bulls. They're fed a certain feed that builds them up, makes them stronger. There's even for horses that will stand still enough, there's horse chiropractors, just like a human chiropractor. If the horse is acting a little kind of out of the ordinary, looks like it's discomforted, you can take it to a chiropractor, and it's just pretty much like a regular chiropractor. They're going to try and get according to the spruce effect, chiropractors focus on skeletal structures of the horse and use like the manual manipulations to bring the structures back to the proper alignment, just like as you would go to the chiropractor for. And if any animals show like any signs of soreness just before you're going to a rodeo, they won't be taken to a rodeo. But you're not going to run a sore horse. You're not going to let a calf that's sore or a bucking bull that's sore go to a rodeo, because it's just going to make them hurt more, and it's not going to be good on the stock contractors or contestants. And this will lead me into the next point of rules that the rodeo associations have over protecting the animals. All animals are expected before the rodeo at a PRCA rodeo, Professional Rodeo Cowboys Association, that's a pure substance sport. They're expected or evaluated for illness, weight, eyesight, and injury prior to the rodeo. And I know what you're thinking, weight, why would that matter? But like, for a calf, you can't have a calf that's weighing maybe just 100 pounds go to a roping, because it's going to be hard on it. The calves that you see at ropings, they're at least 200, 250 pounds for sure. Like, they won't be allowed to go if they're under that. And the same goes for steers, but a little bit bigger. And according to PRCARodeo.com, in their rule book, there's over 60 rules made just to protect the animals at the rodeos. And according to PETA, the 3 tools of torture that they put on rodeos, like they say that at rodeos, this is what happens. Electric prods are used, spurs are used, and bucking straps. And in the PRCA, 3 rules that go to the 3 rules that are the 3 things PETA just said was Acceptable spurs must be dull, and if they aren't dull and they're sharp, so like after you get done riding, if there's any sign that that animal was cut up, that rider is disqualified. Like, no money, you're done. You don't get anything, and you have to pay a fine too. So there's no point in having sharp spurs or anything like that. It's not good on the animal. It's not gonna benefit you any. Actually, I've dulled my spurs down just because of that. And the second rule is electric prods may only be used when necessary. It can only touch the animal in the front shoulder to make it back up and the hind quarter to make it go forward. And that's only if necessary. And if it's ruled by a judge unnecessary, you will be fined. And they don't even let contestants run the prods at rodeos. It's only stock contractors whenever they feel necessary. They feel like this animal is slowing the rodeo down and probably gonna hurt itself if it's not moved. So they will try and move it with an electric prod just as if like a taser, but it's not nearly like a taser, like a handheld taser. It's just a little jolt of electricity. And the third is the flank straps, which is what they call the bucking straps. It's around the hind quarters, and it's meant for horses. It's required to have fleece lined, and for bulls, it's made out of soft cotton. So there's no spikes, anything like that that's supposed to make them buck more or anything like that, or the stock contractor will be fired right then and there. And they say that the flank strap is, it's been accused that the flank strap is around the genitals of the animals when they're bucking, and that is completely wrong. Straight out of anatomy, when you put the strap around the hind quarters, the back leg keeps it away from all of the genitals, so there's no possible way that they would be in the area, and they are tied on to help the animal buck harder, but they are soft cotton or wool for the horses, so there's no pain there, it's just something there, like as if you were gonna wear a belt a little bit tighter. And this leads me to the training that the animals go through that makes them buck the best that they can. I'm gonna let you watch this video real fast about, this is a dummy bucking, and for a dummy bucking, it's just horses and bulls. They get loaded into the chute when they're young. This is young bulls and horses, but right now it's just bulls. And they have, it's almost like a rope, but it's got like a little block on the top that has some weight, and it has a sensor, so after 8 seconds, the block it'll open a latch and the whole thing just falls off. So like after 8 seconds, there's no more person on it. That's what they're thinking. So they have to bring them into the chute, and it's all runned up just like this. They bring them in the chute, and then they put this bucking dummy on the backs, and they have the flank strap. As you can see, that's where the flank strap is. It connects to the flank strap, so whenever this comes off, it pulls off the flank strap. So the bull will be completely done after 8 seconds, nothing attached to it. And this is probably one of the most dangerous stages of a bull's life, because this is right here a 2-year-old bull, and it's just like a teenager would be, kind of a little high strung, gonna wanna be mad at stuff all the time. This is when it's the most dangerous, because they're gonna try their hardest to not let any of this happen, and that's when it can hurt them, and it can hurt people that's on them. So that's why we do the dummy buckings, because it gets them used to having a rider on their back, and it's just safer for everybody to do it that way. And the owners, they get, so say this bull hit the ground 2 years ago, they've raised it since it was a little baby, it's just like when you get a puppy, you like watching it grow up, and after it gets big enough, they get to start hauling it to rodeos. They get to train it and shoot to make it stand, just as if you would train a dog to like not be mean to strangers. Kind of like that with a bull, but not kind of the same. They're still gonna want to be mean. But how many of you have watched the Pro Bowl Bushwhacker on PBR? He was the world champion bull for I don't know how many years, and when he gets rolled into the chute, he stands like a show calf, just completely still. You can pet him, just completely still. But the moment the gate opens, he's insane. And they try and train them bulls and give them the best feed they can, and there's even rehab for bulls at the pro rodeos. Like say like their joints are bad, they have a halter that they can attach to their head and put them in a pool, and it's like they kind of got to swim and get the arm or leg or something back to the hip joint back to normal, and it's just a rehab facility for bulls. And it kind of just goes to show how much love there is for the animals and watching them grow up, and how much it means to them. And without them, there is no sport of rodeo. So that's how I feel, and we all feel, and always will, about all the animals that show up at the rodeo. We don't want to harm the partners that we have in the beautiful sport of rodeo. So in conclusion, the animals that are at rodeos are cared for better than probably most people care for their animals back home. And I'd like to thank you all for your time, and hope the next time that you come to see a rodeo and you see someone with their horse or climbing on to a bull, you see the passion that we have for the animals that's in the rodeos.